Millions of people are going to lose their jobs because of AI, and I already know so many marketers who have lost theirs. The difference between winners and losers is going to be about who's able to drive actual business results by leveraging AI. I've been working with hundreds of startups over the years, and I've built a six-figure consulting business with only one employee, me. And I've been able to do it because in the past 2 years, I've learned everything I can about using AI. And to save you those 2 years, by the end of this video, you will have the 7 AI skills that you need to get some job security and also new opportunities in the AI era. Let's go. So first, you have to master creating really good prompts. And actually, it's not that difficult. The main thing you want to achieve is to get human-sounding outputs from AI. Because let's be real, most of the time we're hating on AI outputs and how bad it sounds, but this is the main thing we use it for. So let me show you what happens when I'm using a really generic prompt. So write a LinkedIn post about AI changing marketing. And this is what I got. So it looks decent on the first glance, but if you go through the whole text, you will realize really quickly that it's definitely written by AI. And to fix it, there's actually a really easy solution. I have figured out this prompt that you can use with all of the AI outputs, and it humanizes them in a really big way. And you can get this prompt if you join my private community, aimarketingmasters.com. And there are also lots of AI automations here and other resources. So let's go and copy this prompt and give it to AI to change the output. And now this new version is way better. And that's because this prompt is specifically asking it to use an active voice throughout, aim for a flesh score between 70 and 80, add first person point of view, and then use some imperfections that only humans are usually adding to the content. And also I'm telling AI to ban some of the words that it uses too much. And so the skill to acquire is to have your own go-to prompt that humanizes every content output that AI gets you. And you can go really deep into prompt engineering if you want to, but honestly, most of the time you just need human-sounding content. So go and copy my prompt or develop your own that you're always going to be using. And this already gets you 90% there. So the second skill you need is building these automations with Make.com, Zapier, or some other tools. But I really prefer Make.com because it's really beginner friendly. You don't need to know how to code. And if you want to get lots of shortcuts, again, come to aimarketingmasters.com where I have all of these tutorials along with the automation blueprints that you can just download here and then upload it to your Make.com account and it already works. For example, this is my content system that creates drafts for newsletters, LinkedIn posts, transcribes my YouTube videos, reposts my TikTok videos to Instagram, LinkedIn, Facebook. So I can create one piece of content and distribute it in different formats 10, 20, 30 times. So how you can learn these skills is by watching lots of YouTube videos. Check out my channel. There are also some online courses, but the best way is just to start building and see how they work for you. And my main recommendation for you is not to start building these automations for something you wish you were doing, like creating 100 faceless YouTube videos every week. Use these automations for something you already do on a daily or weekly basis and want to automate. For example, if you're working with clients, you can let AI transcribe all of your client meetings and create proposals automatically. You can also record voice notes and let AI create LinkedIn posts. So the third skill is setting up these niche AI assistants that have access to your documents and give you advice on really specific topics. So you can set up these, for example, in Claude, these are called the projects. So here you can set up a new project. You can name it, and then you can start building up the knowledge base by adding documentation and specific instructions. And the same thing you can do in Perplexity, where this is called Spaces, and in ChatGPT, these are custom GPTs. For example, if you're working with different clients, you can have one specific assistant for each one. One tip: be careful with private information though. Upload only documents that you know you can use publicly. Now the fourth skill is about knowing where to put your time and attention. The AI hype is so real and there is a new tool coming out every second of every day. And you can just go crazy by going through all of these. And this is not just about new AI tools. There's a new version of every AI model coming out all the time too. But honestly, it doesn't really matter. AI is pretty good no matter if you're using Claude, ChatGPT, Gemini, whatever. So just pick the one that you like using the most. For me, it's been Claude because it writes really good content, and anything that I need to research, I'm using Perplexity AI. For example, DeepSeek was the newcomer, all the rage just a few months ago. But I tried it out and it's basically the same as all the other tools and outputs. Give it a few months and let the dust settle. And few months in the AI world is basically years in any other industry. And what I have noticed is these bigger tools like Canva, Adobe, they are actually implementing AI in the most useful ways. inside their bigger tools as smaller features. So the next skill is using AI to learn something new. So what I recommend is going to YouTube and finding everything you can about the topic that you're interested in. YouTube has so much good content. Then watch it in twice the speed and gather all of the links to the YouTube videos and go to notebooklm.google. So here you can just create a new notebook and you can start adding sources, and the sources could be websites, files, whatever, but you can also add YouTube URL links. And then you can start asking AI more questions, and it's going to answer you based on the sources you have added. And there is also an option to generate a podcast based on this information. So if you are a podcast person and you learn better this way, then you can do this as well. And another tool I'm using all of the time is Perplexity AI. So any question I have about any topic, it goes through internet and finds answers, and I can just follow up on more questions. In the AI era, you can't think that your skills and education are static. So why not use AI to make learning stuff quicker? The next skill is building web scrapers and getting all of this data to AI, which analyzes it and finds the golden nuggets that you need to use for your niche. So data scraping is so easy now with tools like Appify.com. So for example, you could scrape all of the bakers in your hometown from Google Maps. And from all of this data, AI can find only the bakeries that mention vegan options. And then you can take all of these vegan bakeries and create a blog post or a web page about it. Another example, there's this video and automation I just did before this one. So you can also scrape Facebook groups. So you just pick the ones where your ideal customers are at. And then I'm using Appify Scraper to get all of the latest posts from today. And then this AI automation that I have built in Make.com lets AI to analyze all of these posts and find only the ones that are relevant to me. So basically getting me warm leads straight to my Slack channel. So if you have the skill of letting AI to analyze all of the data that the scrapers get, and usually it's a lot of data, then this gives you a competitive edge within any niche. And so the last and maybe the most important skill is to know when to use AI and when to use human input. So what I have learned is that AI is really good at analyzing data and text, and it can generate decent content if you know how to manipulate it, but it won't create new knowledge. But at the same time, like even before AI, we were writing blog posts based on the research that somebody else had done. So it's not really true to say that before AI, all the content creators were creating just unique and really valuable stuff. Nope. So my recommendation is to treat AI as an assistant or an intern who doesn't know much but is really eager to try, and not as an employee who adds more value to the job, even more than you can. Don't expect too much. AI will always have an answer, but it might not be a good one. For example, if you know what a killer blog post looks like, then you can write the killer brief for the AI. Exactly what you want to see in the introduction, how many external links, what type of anchor text, and so on. If you start using AI for things that you're just imagining would be nice to have, and if you are not an expert, then you won't know the difference between a good and a bad output. For example, if you never have written a book and you ask AI to write the book for you, it might seem decent to you, but actually it's probably not. And that's it. With these 7 skills, you are going to be untouchable and unbeatable. And if you want to get all of the shortcuts and a supportive community, then join me at aimarketingmasters.com. See you next time. Bye!